Bastard.
It's me, Seamus. Welcome, little brother, to Inside the Ant Farm.
Inside the Ant Farm.
This one's going to be especially sloppy, so we're sorry about that.
Especially sloppy, because we're quite drunk.
Some of us. Some of us are quite drunk.
Just me, I guess. I don't know.
Mike, how you doing? Oh, let's talk about this beer first. The beer notice we both bought it in separate occasions. Well, it just looked good. Black Magic Irish Coffee
I
Stout.
love this can. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's a cool can. Empire
Irish.
Brewery is gross. Are these guys even still making beer anymore?
Slanch.
Yeah,
someone bought them. Yeah.
Gross. Somebody bought the brewery and is like making their beer still. And the new ones, I guess, as well. So wonderful. Some of this is not like Black Magic Irish Coffee Stout is definitely a new. Yeah, I've never one.
Yeah, no, this is a new one.
This is blended with coffee and beer, added in whiskey barrels, and that's why it tastes so awesome.
Sure.
How you doing, Mike? Huh? I'm doing okay. So, full disclosure, we haven't done a podcast in a couple weeks because I was quarantined for COVID. I did not get COVID, for the record.
Can I just say, I was literally thinking about you. I was like, this guy needs a break, and I'm like, this is a little bit of a forced break, wasn't it? A little bit?
No, it wasn't.
No.
Because unfortunately, even though I could have been sick with COVID, I still got calls from people every day to help them out with things. So luckily, I have a VPN to work from home, and I did for some of the days. Some of the days I just literally could not.
But you weren't like physically moving from.
I would have rather done that. Like, see, and honestly, and the weird thing about that is like I would rather do that because that part for me is like a good, like it's like getting my body moving, it's getting my mind moving. Like instead of just sitting there. And like answer those same questions, and then like at the same time, my kid's like, "Hi, Daddy, can I get the chocolate milk?"
I 100% get that.
With this, and I need to die right now.
No, I get that.
When I'm home with her, I go, "Hey, can I get chocolate milk?"
That's not true. It's not him at all. He's amazing. I get being home with children 100%. Especially when you've been home with children for months, like your wife.
When like I'm just getting I'm like and like I'm trying not to complain to Jamie because that's the thing. Like she's has to deal with it every day.
Yeah.
But I'm not used to this. I'm used to being able to deal with grown-up babies and not little babies at the same time.
Well, what's the difference?
Well, I literally yelled at someone someone I work with because I was like mad at my son. I'm like, just I didn't need to do that. I'm not mad at you. My son is being very.
And he was like, "Don't worry, I'll do my best." I'm so sorry.
I'm like, you gotta fix it. I was like, hold on, because I'm meant to say it to my son. Well, they hung up like, Miguel's a bitch, and like they talk shit about you.
No, more like, I'm scared of Miguel, and it's like,
I'm used to that, and I revel in people thinking like, talking about being behind my back. It's fine. Like, I'm just so used to it. It's cool. But yeah. That's so my 2 weeks has been a little weird. But I'm back to work. I did not get, the 2 negative COVID tests. I did not get COVID.
Well, nice. We caught up on the vlog stuff, so that was really good, right?
Yeah.
Almost,
podcast stuff.
Almost. We'll always be behind. Breaking news, guys. How are you guys doing? Quick. I'm okay. I don't ask you individually anymore because we're one entity. Wait, exactly. Why even do that?
That's not true. We're 2 halves of the same super horny.
Horny,
awesome person.
Yeah, mostly horny though. Like a pervert.
Yeah.
Like 95 or something. Like Einstein pervert.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's the sexiest thing
Einstein
anyone could ever say about me. Yeah. Einstein pervert. We're awesome.
I've had the kids are starting to come back for the spring semester, so it's been a little more hectic than I had.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Classes start next week.
I found out I'm never going back to my office. So I'm actually pretty bummed about that.
Oh, it's like they're like that.
Yeah, they're just totally putting us like 100%. Which is nice because I will get reimbursed for internet, like bills. So that's pretty awesome. Yeah. There's definitely a great, trade-off. So but I am sad because I won't get to see. I liked my team. I liked the people that I worked with. I liked being away from my kids. So it's.
We're gonna get that jacked up internet though. So
Big
beefy. Yeah. That's what we got. We actually have
all
maybe
the
Cyberpunk will work now.
I mean, video games. Porn.
I don't know. What was your porn in high res?
Guys, we have news.
Got plenty.
I have news too. I have so much news.
Well, let's get started then.
Well, okay, let's start, please. Can we start about the people who
Sure,
passed
go
away? There were a
first.
lot of people who passed away this week. It's true. Cloris Leachman, one of my favorite amazing queens of comedy. So she was this woman who had been in Hollywood for a very long time, like since the 1940s. Always like really kind of played like an older woman. That was kind of her character for a very long time. And she was kind of, I've read a lot of biographies of her. She was kind of like the mom of her neighborhood. Like Joan Crawford's kids would go over to her house and hang out with her. Like she kind of like watched all of them. And she was just an amazing pioneer of comedy. I love her, and we just have to say goodbye to Cloris
R.I.P. Cloris Leachman.
Yeah. And also...
Equally as important.
Yeah. So we have a few deaths, so I guess we should just sort of...
This get you all depressed. That's
yeah,
what we
just
do
to
it.
go through all of them.
2021. We're going to start every episode with death.
Just death. Hal Hallberg also passed away this past week. So,
yeah.
He was the best boy grip.
So he won multiple Emmys for his roles in The Bold Ones, Pueblo, and Portrait of America. He played, our
Johnny
favorite
Five.
Mark Twain in Mark Twain Live for many years on stage. Won his first Emmy nomination for that. He also fought in World War II. He was an amazing war hero, and he was also appeared in All the President's Men, The Frog, Wall Street, Into the Wild, The West Wing,
Wow.
The
He
Sopranos,
was in The West Wing.
Sons of Anarchy,
The
and
Sopranos.
NCIS. So
Wait, you're saying he was a white guy that was
he
in
did,
the Sopranos
yeah,
and
he
West
was like
Wing?
a white dude who was in a lot of stuff.
And he played old white dude number
Yeah,
5.
that
Because he
guy.
was old back
That
then.
Senator Old Guy.
That guy. And also Mark Twain, a white dude.
He looks like
I
Next topic.
I think maybe you forgot the most important one. Dustin Diamond died.
That was okay.
That
So
was
this
weird.
was like those two. There's other two people, iconic, very old. Like
Yeah.
they were like
no, and
it
that's
makes
true.
sense to
It's
their
true.
cast.
Yeah, they were quite
Dustin
old.
Diamond though, like
44.
4 years older than us, and you saw like his cause of death was he had like an acute.
Stage 4 of lung cancer.
Yeah, and like they just like he's just like, oh, I have a pain on my neck, and like, yeah, you got like horrible cancer that's gonna kill you in 3 weeks, and like what? And yeah, and then they said basically like the only saving grace was that it was so acute that it killed him quickly, and he didn't have to suffer for a long time. I'm like, that is horrible. Wow, and like
Yeah.
the man like played Screech for many years. It was probably teased about it for even longer after that because the dude, he's just trying to be like a regular guy, like do the Screech, man, and he's
I mean,
going,
also
okay,
his like adult videos.
Yeah, he made a porno.
Yeah.
sure, but who hasn't? Who hasn't made a porno with their twin brother before? Like,
With themselves.
That's what that movie was?
well, I mean, I sold it. Like, I think it counts. But yeah, like that is super sad.
Yeah, it is sad.
So let's stop talking about that.
Dustin Diamond.
That's some time.
So that was something less sad.
R.I.P.
I have a bunch of less sad news. Should I go
Okay.
first? Guys, have you seen the trailer for Resident Evil 8?
What?
If you're like I'm into like weird, scary, sexy, giant vampire women, this might be the one for you. This might be your time to get into Resident Evil, guys, because they have that.
She's
For a
anatomically, like, size-wise correct, though.
Yeah, just 8 feet tall.
Alright.
And they actually have her actual. Capcom released her actual height, which I didn't look up, but like she's giant, she's huge.
So we're saying this is the end boss?
Yeah, they
I
have to
hope
compare
so.
it to
like the end sexy, like
Yeah.
a Kratos scene, like where he's just like
High coffee mug?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm waiting for. It's like if you're into trampling, this is the game for you.
Giant test.
Like,
Giant test vampire?
Crush me. Yeah, I mean the gameplay looked pretty awesome if you like scary games. I don't like scary games. Like the Last of Us was the scariest.
I love scary
The Last of
games.
Us, because it had a great story, was like a scary game for me. But like I saw the gameplay and I was like, okay, like if the story doesn't really make sense for any Resident Evil game, so at least to me, sorry fans out there.
I think I played the first Resident Evil too young, and I was so scared by
You
it.
saw the dog jump through that window.
Aw.
Man. So it was, man.
I loved all
To be
that
honest.
scary shit.
And I also played the first Silent Hill, which is fucked up.
Oh, it is. It is.
And
So
the second
creepy.
one also,
I love it.
also pretty crappy.
I love all of them.
To your brain pan.
All the creepy
Yeah,
things.
that's all I got on that. Like I was like, this is scary. And I was like, and also boobs, but also boobs.
You know what's less scary? Matrix 4 possibly has a name. Okay. So a hairdresser got a present from the Wachowskis.
Yeah.
For her
Said it
work
very strangely, but okay.
on Wachowskis?
Wachowskis. Yeah.
Wachowskis.
I feel like I said it correct.
They were men and now they're ladies.
Got a present from the directors of the film.
Makes sense.
And it was a coat that had like the
logo?
Matrix-y print on it, but also it said Matrix Resurrections on it. And it said Resurrections in like the code, Matrix code that's coming down there.
The green against the black.
And so maybe, I'm guessing, probably
Trinity.
Matrix 4, Matrix Resurrections.
I know Kung Fu.
Sure.
You're not ready for this? Well, I mean, Neo was dead, so...
He's Jesus, so whatever. Like, literal Jesus.
But there's more than one resurrection, so maybe
Literal Jesus.
we don't get Agent Smith back now. So...
Mr.
But do we need him, though? Because he was annihilated completely. His code was completely annihilated.
But I'm saying for resurrections, not resurrected. He didn't get resurrected.
What if he is resurrect? What if it's just a red herring and he actually is in it?
Ooh.
And that is the resurrection. It's him.
What about, like, with Chuck Schumer, when he was talking about the insurrection and incited an erection?
What if
Direction.
Yeah, he did say that. Chuck Schumer.
Anyway, I guess he went.
Insurrection?
He did, like, this weird, like, wink thing. Like, he was like, oh, crap. No, I'm talking about my own
Well, also,
penis.
I'm talking about Rudy Giuliani, who can't get an erection.
Womp
Right.
womp, guys.
Womp womp.
Wow, I thought there was no more.
I'm
depressing
not
news.
embarrassed about that. Rudy Giuliani can't get an
Guys,
erection.
I have some science news.
I have
All
some news,
need
too.
To know.
Okay,
You need to know this.
fine.
Guys, I'm gonna read a thing and you're gonna say, that's a weird thing you just made up.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say it is not. So scientists have taught Spinach to send emails when they detect explosives.
That's a weird thing
And
you
go.
just made up.
And go. So MIT, because they're weird,
Sure.
they decided to, because they know that they do, it's a bioanalytics lab, so basically they're looking at spinach and what it can do, because that is a thing. But spinach is a very good detector, of
What?
nitro aromatics. And so what they do is that they basically put these little nanotubes into the spinach, so when it detects it, it glows a certain, basically like it infrareds a certain thing out of it, and then that catches
Like a
it.
message?
Yes. And
Yeah.
Then the little receiver catches that message and says,
Dude,
it says,
spinach
hey, we
seems
found
no.
explosives.
Spinach seems super like influential. Like spinach would be like, I'll take whatever you want and I'll just put it back out again. That's
Where's
perfectly
seaweed
fine.
stuck the fuck up?
See,
No.
I'm waiting for this to be like a little side, like a little joke in a movie where like someone's like, "This is our nanotube spinach," and then somebody comes and eats it by mistake, and he's like, "God, it is a tool. God, it is." He's like, spinach, and like, "That's a nanotube spinach," you know, like something like that.
What happens when the sentient spinach meets Popeye?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, what if he has explosives on him? They detect it, and it saves their spinach lives.
But the sentient spinach is totally ladies, and it's like,
I mean, yeah.
I don't like that other spinach. It's really weird. That's not.
Is there
cool.
a reality TV show maybe in this somewhere?
And what if they start sending other emails?
Green with envy, maybe?
Like I got spam from the spinach sent me spam again. Like it keeps trying to tell me it's a
maybe
Nigerian
there's
prince.
I was gonna say, is there a Nigerian spinach baby or something?
I'm a Nigerian
No, it's
spinach.
for like, listen, I've had like a really rough year.
Maybe this episode Nigerian spinach.
Like things have been really.
I have
hard
Einstein
on
pervert,
me.
but Nigerian spinach is good too.
Nigerian spinach.
Yeah, okay, so it's sending this email.
Yeah. Spinach is receiving and sending.
Can we teach Kale to do my dishes? Because I don't
Right?
have to worry about that anymore.
Like, are they helping us?
I would love like a rutabaga doing laundry or something. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
I think
guys,
there's other applications to this.
You guys, I have real news.
Okay, finally.
Real news.
Finally.
Star
we have
Trek
real news.
Picard is finally gonna start filming again.
Picard, yeah.
Not
Season
Picardo.
Yeah.
Not Picardo.
No,
Different.
not Robert
That's right,
Picardo.
I'm right here.
Okay,
guys.
we're not talking about
Whoa,
Robert
whoa,
Picardo
okay,
right
hey.
now.
Hey.
They got
We'll do an
They're
entire
aggressive.
episode about Robert Picardo because he's amazing. No, we're talking about Star Trek Picard with Patrick Stewart.
I
Atoll.
watch it on CBS All Access.
Right. But you can't right now because season 2 didn't get to film yet. But Jerry
'Cause season
Ryan,
one
Jerry
didn't make any
Ryan
sense.
confirmed. It made sense. Sure, it was. You could put it together, right? So season 2 is gonna start filming soon, according to Jerry Ryan.
AKA
709.
Yes, 7 of 9. Mm-hmm.
I'm down. I really liked the
Yeah.
first season. There was some stuff that was a little questionable.
Well,
but
the problem
it was fine.
is that what's the other Star Trek NCC-01 Enterprise? What's the other one that's
Discovery?
that's running right now? There's so many.
I just wanted to keep going.
That's-
Honestly.
No,
NCC
keep going.
1, 9,
Yeah.
5, 3, 7.
They film in Canada, which is able to film right now, whereas Picard films in Los Angeles, so that they're a little tied down.
Ain't that
With the
America?
COVID,
And
yeah.
something
Yeah.
to see,
And,
babe.
and Picardo films in Robert Picardo's basement.
We're
That's
not
right, it's in
talking
my
about
basement,
He
and
brings
here
up
I am
Robert
talking
Picardo
about
again.
these-
Listen, Robert Picardo, we're not talking about you yet. I'm gonna do an entire
He is a friend of the podcast.
3 episode.
She's written you a sonnet
Yeah,
and a love poem.
I love
And a
Robert
dirty
Picardo.
word.
And sadly, this night.
We're talking Legend. We're talking Star Trek Enterprise. We're talking
That's
Star
all I
Trek.
remember.
Yeah, no. Legend?
Legend.
No.
Legend and Star Trek Legends of the Fall.
I think you meant Deep Space
Discovery.
Nine.
Deep Space
Nine.
No, not Deep Space Nine.
The Legends not one. Though.
Voyager?
Voyager.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Voyager.
She's a very big fan.
Oh, I always
I
get
am
mixed
a
up with
huge fan.
Bashir. You're right. Yeah,
Yeah.
Bashir was on Deep Space Nine.
No, and he was also on Peaky Blinders. Okay, that's totally off topic, you guys. Jesus Christ.
Unusable.
Picard is going to
Unusable
start
footage.
filming again.
Yeah.
So says Jerry
Honestly, this one
Ryan.
isn't as bad as other ones. So
When we finally get our first T-shirt, it's gonna be unusable.
Unusable.
Guys,
We're live, damn
Ryan
it.
Coogler and
What?
Disney Plus
What?
are
Arcooks, yeah.
doing
Arcooks.
Arcooks, obviously. The
Yeah.
director of Black Panther
Uh-huh.
Nick Pinto.
is setting up a Wakanda
Forever.
series. So Ryan Coogler's production group Proximity Media
Proximity.
and Disney Plus have an exclusive 5-year TV deal together, and so they're going to make the most of it by doing arguably the movie that people know him for the best, which is Black Panther.
Blake.
Black Panther 2 already scheduled to come out, but
Right.
now there's going to be even more
So
involved.
Matt,
in
do you
this
think this is going to go off the beaten path, like WandaVision has,
world.
and be like a half-an-hour sitcom called The Fresh Prince of Wakanda?
The Fresh Prince.
Yeah, where there's a younger guy that because
Not even because there's
And
like
Chibala.
there's also a remake of like Made in what is it? Made in America.
Made in Manhattan.
I mean, no.
Coming to America, Jesus
Coming to
Christ!
America.
No, what is going on with your brain right
No,
now?
that was amazing. That also made me think of Working Girl, so it's like Working Girl Made in America.
Made in Manhattan.
Yeah, Made in Manhattan.
It's fine. Sorry, Jennifer Lopez.
Yes.
That's what we're talking about.
They're gonna remake that. She's still gonna start the same exact role because
She
she's
looks the
still
same
gorgeous.
Oh my God, she does though.
Also, the movies are still on, but there's
Mm.
no further details on this series. yet.
Sure.
It's okay. We have enough
Disney is
right
shooting
now.
all the shots, and like I like after WandaVision, okay, go for it. Go for
And
it.
we have
Other
enough-
than Lawrence
We
Wise,
have enough
go for it.
MCU stuff right now,
Yeah.
so this can be like the second wave of that.
Yeah, sure.
Fine.
The wave
No, and they'll
phase
continue
five, whatever it
to
is.
no. They'll continue to give money to like the outskirts of their like accepted like stuff where they're like, you're kind of sexual and you're kind of violent, so we'll give you money, you do your thing, we'll get money back from it, and
You're talking
we
about
like
the movie
yeah.
Noelle with that came out on Disney Plus.
Yeah,
Wow.
the animated Blue is the Warmest Color series. That was,
Yeah,
so sexy, so sexy.
so sexy.
You
know.
Yes, guys.
violence.
Brought to you by Pixar.
Let's-
Blue is the
Guys,
warmest
speaking
color.
of sexy and speaking of colors, Wicked
Yeah.
movie adaptation of the Broadway
welcome.
musical is
Great.
on the way, baby. You ready for
Finally.
this?
Finally.
I'm gonna bring it
Listen,
down.
I read the book. I hate the musical.
Did read the book. Didn't. I like the musical much more than the book. So we're actually.
I prefer the book to the musical.
Have you ever read Son of a Witch? Don't. It's horrible. It's a sequel.
Don't go messing with.
I read his other books and I liked them. But also, I hate musicals that are just like, I'm just a song and I'm doing this thing
So you hate
across
musicals.
the
Yeah,
This is the person who loves cats, by the way. Just throw it out.
Okay, you're
throwing it out there.
You can shut your fucking mouth.
Like, literally, the thing you just said you hate was all cats about.
I'm sure I listened to Rent just as much as you did, but I don't love it as much as you do.
I'm not saying shit.
Depends.
You can talk shit about Rent, but the thing you just said was exactly what Cats about. Songs are just about fucking nothing. Like, just fucking nothing.
I'm fat. Cats.
Literally.
Top
That's
everything.
It's true.
Everything in
I'm
Cats.
fat.
Cats is
Look
like,
at you,
I'm a cat. No, I'm
Yeah.
a cat. No, I'm a cat. And then
I
We
know.
get it.
Wicked is like, I'm a witch. I'm a lady. I'm a witch. I'm a lady. I'm a witch.
That's
It's
all
like,
Cats
it's
is about.
true.
It's just fucking. It's just cats. Like,
It's true.
just fucking doing
It
cat
makes me
shit.
It makes me so happy inside. I feel all good in my tum tum. What is it? I feel
all peaches and cream.
all
in my
peaches
tum-tum.
and cream in my
Rum tum
tum tum.
tugger?
Yeah.
But also,
The rum tum tugger.
The thing you just said was the-
curious cat.
the thing you just said was
Okay.
the contradiction
The
of
cats are still better than people. I think that's a universal truth. Humans
Okay,
are the
okay.
worst.
Okay,
Okay, I have
also,
more news.
So this is from John Chu, by the way.
Okay, John Chu.
The guy that from In the Heights, yes, In the Heights and Crazy Rich Asians. They said it was originally supposed to. So this is supposed to be like done already, and it was supposed to be like coming out, being released December 22nd, 2021. Obviously, COVID pushed shit back, so we'll see. Might come out something next year. It looks like maybe.
Okay.
I'm down. I like this. I like the soundtrack for that. So.
Sure.
December 22nd, I believe, was when the next what movie is supposed to come out?
Harry Potter.
Oh, I just wrote it down here. Oh, it was when the Matrix 4 comes out too.
Oh.
They're competing against the Matrix 4.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Jeez,
You want to see green lies? You want to see a green lady?
what a blockbuster weekend that is,
Who,
right?
by the way, is actually weak to water, which you're like.
Hey, you guys, listen. I have some serious news that you guys really care about.
Okay, we'll listen then.
Ready?
Only 'cause you said that.
Fans of the sci-fi classic Back to the Future can learn a whole lot more about the blockbuster trilogy thanks to the newly announced book Back to the Future DeLorean Time Machine, Doc Brown's Owner's Workshop Manual. Of course, anyone who's seen the 1985 original, basically it tells you how the flux capacitor works.
Okay,
Sure.
when
Why
you
not?
first started saying this, I was like, oh, there's like some kind of
I
book
had you back
that's...
there, by the way.
Yeah.
I had the soundtrack.
There's like some...
Okay, back there.
Yeah.
Okay, there's some book that's part of canon in
Sure.
this. I was like, okay, that's a big deal. But then you're like telling me just the flux capacitor.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Because Robert Zemeckis is very good at keeping this close to the cuff. Like, he's like, there will be no reboots
Yeah.
or prequels
Ever.
or sequels. And I'm
I'm
cool with that.
Robert Zemeckis.
This is a trilogy that stands by itself.
What
It
if we,
does.
What if we bring back Marty McFly, played by Michael J. Fox? Right? We're ready for this.
No, he hasn't
where's
like
Doc Brown?
appeared since.
By the way,
like,
we
5
already
years
have
ago.
the new Martin McFly. His name's Tom Holland. And
Oh.
And he's like, 2050 while flying cars. You're like, okay.
it's like,
Tom
that
Holland.
feature was wrong, Marty. It was completely
Like,
wrong.
totally, completely fucking wrong.
Garbage, Marty.
Nothing.
Garbage.
Nothing was right.
Yeah.
Futurists suck.
Who plays Doc Brown, and why would it be French Stewart?
That's
Why
right.
would it-
I'm Doc Brown, and I'm very
That would be
intelligent.
amazing. I love French Stewart
I'm
so
very
much.
intelligent.
Third Rock from the Sun is a great show. I love French Stewart. It'd be amazing.
One of the trivia questions to this 90s quiz I was taking was like, what is the third rock and third rock from the sun? I'm like, come on, man. Come on.
A show? Or did they ask, like, what
Like,
actually
what
is the
is
third
the
rock from the
third
sun?
rock and third
What
rock from the
what
sun?
was Joseph Gordon-Levitt's like
Yeah, like-
premiere TV show?
Yeah, like, give me something else here. Give me something a little hard.
Okay, you guys, I'll give you something hard.
Give me something.
I'll give you something hard.
Finally. I've been asking for some months.
Yeah. Hard. So Kevin Feige has teased the impending introduction of a Southeast Asian superhero as part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe's expansion.
This isn't Shang-Chi. This is
no, it's not Shang-Chi.
person?
No.
Southeastern Asian.
So they were introducing basically
they
were introducing basically like Disney Plus
Malaysia?
into like Singapore.
Micronesia,
of course.
And Singapore was like, don't you think it's time for Southeast Asia to have a
Sri
superhero?
Lanka.
And Kevin Feige was like, yes, it is. Because they only read about New York City before, so we should have a Southeast Asian. But they should. Like, do it. Do it.
No, they're not.
Cambodian?
They do it. If they were to do any Southeast Asian, it would probably India. Because they have 1 billion people.
Yeah,
so
why not?
That's where their market is.
Why not?
But they're not going to do like Sri Lankan. They don't give a crap about that. They don't give a crap about that. They don't give a crap about that market. Like, I can get an extra 1 million people that may watch this.
Basically, those, like, especially Southeast Asian countries, but a lot of other countries as well, very nationalistic. So, like you have to, like, pick the kind of larger countries. Yeah. Like, it has to be, or otherwise they're going to, like, what's the market? Like, how do we make money? Because that's the thing. Kevin Feige's not like, just do it to please the fans. Like, how much money going to make? This is 100% Feige lip service, and okay, sure. I guess I would love to see that because I think they've done good things with new super. Like I said, I'll march to my grave with this one, but like I love the new Miss Marvel, like the New Jersey Pakistani born, and they do stuff with that. Superhero, and I think that's great that they.
Well, and that brings it all back to the fact that like early Marvel stuff was all in New York City, like just immediately outside of New York City, because that was the world that they knew. So I think Kevin Feige's kind of trying to get them to like force their universe like outward, like it's not just New York City, it's like other places, other countries considered.
Sure.
In this.
Sure. I like that, and like I said, I'm all for international heroes. I think they, like I said, Marvel especially has done a good job of that. I think DC's done it. They had super space man,
sure.
The Chinese superhero.
It's Spinach.
It's super space man. Okay, no, he's super space. There's space in there and man.
So he's not Space Ghost.
Yeah, because he's not Superman. He's super
Coast to Coast.
Man.
Spaceman.
Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
Can we do a review show on Space Ghost Coast to Coast?
Yeah. But we have to dress up. I call Brack.
I'm gonna do Space Ghost, obviously.
Okay. Sure.
Who's the other guy? Okay. Yeah, sure.
Sure.
I mean, there's a couple of guys, but sure.
Let's do it.
Guys, I have 2 things left.
I have 2 things left, and this one's really crappy, so I'm going to do it first.
So let's listen to some
It's actually analytical. Stats. You want stats, guys?
What? Stats?
You know me, I just talked about...
I like stats.
Sentient spinach.
10 to 15% of all PS5s were resold by scalpers. This is so far. This is just on opening day. People keep overbuying these things and selling them for a profit to the tune of tens of millions of dollars that people have made off of scalped PS5s.
Yeah. I mean, like the first day I saw stuff like in the wild, it was like $1,000.
Yeah.
$1,200, $1,700 was the
They
highest.
said 157,000 PS5s have sold at retail price or higher on eBay.
No, not surprised at all.
And StockX, which I guess is another eBay type site.
Sure.
So that's 7% of the 2 million-ish PS5s that have been sold so far since January 16th. This is what the numbers are. So,
which is a lot. Like, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Like what? We gotta fix this. This is crazy, especially in opening. Like the opening couple weeks were nuts.
And part of that too is that like people like they're like I know this is from ticket scalping. There are people that do this as a profession.
Yeah, seriously.
They wait for these things to drop.
Yeah.
They literally have bots that will buy the thing.
Yeah.
Like, they'll pre-order this on Amazon or whatever, and then they'll
seriously, they'll create a bunch of accounts that sign up to be ready to buy shit immediately.
No, it's true.
They buy the shit and then they take it and they resell it. It's
I can tell you from buying tickets from New York Comic Con, it was insane. Like you have to get in, you're like,
Yeah.
You're like just sweat dripping down. You're like,
And
please go.
Part of that is probably scalpers too.
I will say I am on the pre-order for Dolly Parton's fragrance. It's her first ever fragrance.
No.
I can't believe
And
it.
I'm on that wait list.
I don't believe it.
Yeah.
I'm on the one for Lawrence Taylor's fragrance. So,
I'm on the one for O.J. Simpson,
Yeah.
so I get it.
He got his COVID vaccine.
Remorse.
He got his COVID vaccine. You don't have yours yet. It's called the O.J. Simpson has a COVID vaccine and you don't.
Hey guys, if he did it, okay,
Oh my god.
he would have.
It was
If he
his
did
son.
it, by the way, I mean COVID vaccine. Which
It
he
was
did
his son. It was his son. That's the truth.
Yeah, because he would have did it totally different. He wrote a book about it. He made money
How
off
I
that.
would have done it. Oh my god.
My last thing's not that great either, so if you got something that's
My
good-
last things are great.
Okay.
Go
This
for
one-
it.
This one's great, but it's not like
So guys,
ending.
Jeffrey Wright to
Okay,
voice Batman.
Okay, you're doing it.
Jeffrey
Yes.
Wright.
Oh
So-
no,
so-
I heard about that.
This is great.
Actually,
I don't
yeah,
know,
I'm
this is
excited
great.
about this.
This is
This
my
is
last
good.
thing too.
Voicing
Yeah.
Batman in the HBO Max comedic podcast called Batman: The Audio Adventures.
Mhm.
The Audio Adventures.
Like-
This is written by SNL writer Dennis McNichols.
I definitely had like a full stock when I read this. I was
Mhm.
like, this sounds dope.
The
First of all,
stock.
just
like,
freeze all
just,
motor functions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jeffrey Wright is a beautiful voice.
Yeah.
Perfect for Batman. He actually formerly played Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yep.
But the cast for this alone is like sold me.
Yeah.
It's going to include voice talent from and these are all regular actors, by the way. They're not like voice actors. But Rosario Dawson, Seth Meyers, Jason Sudeikis, Alan Tudyk, Chris Parnell, Melissa Villaseñor, Kean Thompson, Heidi Gardner. So obviously they got the SNL, which the writer's an SNL person. Brooke Shields, Tim Meadows, Fred Armisen, Brent Spiner, John Leguizamo, Ike Barinholtz, Bobby Moynihan, Paul Scheer, Ray Wise, Ben Rogers, Katie Rich from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Pete Schultz, Paula Pell, I don't know who that is, Toby Huss.
Paula Pell
I don't know who that
from 30 Rock.
Yeah.
Pete's wife. Also, Ron Swanson's mother, Paula Pell.
is. Yes.
Yeah.
She's a comedic writer and
Not Paul
actress.
Poundstone. Different.
Okay.
It's different.
So Toby
Totally
Huss,
different.
And
You don't feel it.
the
It's
writer,
not
the writer is SNL writer Dennis McNichols.
Dennis Nichols.
Yeah, and so and so that obviously that's why there's a little bit of SNL, but I'm excited for that comedic plan. Let's do it.
I'm very interested. Especially, I just don't get why it's HBO Max putting on a podcast.
Yeah, that was what I was getting confused by because they were like, yeah, this is gonna be a podcast to HBO Max. I'm like, so it's gonna be like you're listening to it on the video service.
I didn't know if it was like supposed to feel like Space Ghost. I don't know.
So I feel like they're trying to cover all of their bases.
Oh no, 100%.
Yeah.
I believe that.
So they're putting out a lot of video content, but also just audio content. Why not? Why wouldn't they try to do some?
Well, I
stuff
just want to like. I think it'd be cool if they were like, it's gonna be on Stitcher. It's gonna be like because that's what Marvel did. That same thing. They were like, oh, we're gonna have this on Stitcher Premium exclusively for a year. Like they did that with the. If you guys haven't listened to the Wolverine podcast, by the way,
I haven't yet.
there's an awesome one. I can't remember the actual name, but just look up Wolverine on Stitcher and you'll find it. Because it is free now. But they're actually doing one called The Marvels, which sounds really cool. I think it's out on Stitcher Premium, but not on regular Stitcher.
Isn't it the voice by Richard Armitage, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a really good actor, and like it just
I
sounds
love Richard
super cool.
Armitage.
Yeah. He's the one who voices Wolverine in the...
Yeah, but I digress.
I
I
can see
digress. So the last thing that I have, guys, and this is just
That's
this
the last
is,
thing
this
I
is
had.
really
Okay.
this is really for me.
Anyone?
Mass Effect Legendary had its first trailer.
It's
Yeah.
not for me too. I like this.
Yes.
I love Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Well, what was good about the trailer was it shows the 4K resolution. One of the things that was mentioned by the developers is it's not a remake, but it's less than a remake, but it's more than a remaster.
Mm-hmm.
Because basically they had to like do a lot of rebuilding.
And I think
on
especially the
mechanics
first one.
of the first one.
Yeah.
First one, the fighting is terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, everything is terrible.
Gun battles is terrible.
Yeah.
Using your power is
Like-
terrible.
Like sticking to cover fucking sucks.
I really
it's
feel like if they built it like they built Mass Effect 3, weapon power wise, it'd be fine.
Yeah, and just went backwards through like 2 and just gave them the same.
They could just
abilities,
polish 3
yeah.
and it'd be fine.
Yeah.
2, a little bit more
more Garrus
fix
romance.
everything.
Yeah.
You know, more Turian.
Like I want some calibrating.
I want to see whatever comes out of your. Yeah. Like,
You love cloaca with
Oh
God.
no!
What? Those your pieces? That's what you're
Lose
dealing
your
with?
penis. It's
That's
all
what you're
fine.
working with?
Holy
Oh,
shit! There's like sharp pieces. I don't even. No, I don't like that. Because aliens all have the same genitalia, guys. That's just how it works. But
it
yeah,
just hurts you.
it looked great, and they showed like a lot of the iconic moments in the trailer. Because like most people are playing this and are like, "This is my first time," so they and
Sure.
a lot of it's like out of context. But
It's not meant for the first
They did
time.
show that moment where Tally's going like this, and you're like, "Oh no!" Because you only seen that if you really screwed up. And they showed, and they said over 40 DLCs, included with it. So it's
There's a lot of DLCs for those.
Yeah, it's literally the ultimate
No, but
Absolutely.
it's just you guys. It's like made to like be played over and over and over and
Certainly.
over and over.
Certainly.
and
100%.
over and over.
I played 3 like 6 times.
They
a
did
week.
show a Femship Lyra kiss too.
Yeah.
I'll be doing that.
Yeah.
No, but also it all comes back down to the existential idea of like humans just want to fuck all the time. And then we'll do other
doesn't matter
things,
what
but
parts you got.
mostly we want to.
Especially
Like,
with aliens.
Yeah.
ooh,
Your alien looks like a bird. Yeah.
What? You're from a different galaxy? Let's do this.
You look like the main character of the show Dinosaurs.
Like
yeah,
no,
let's
it's
fuck.
like we might die, but let's have sexual intercourse and see what happens.
Can I see your cloaca?
Oh, a anthropomorphic turtle. Yeah, we gonna fuck.
Oh, what? You got 4 arms? Let's
It's
see how
like-
that goes.
It's like Land of the Lost, where you're like,
Yep.
let's just see what
You're-
happens.
you're evolved from a bug, we gonna get it on.
It's like,
Ooh, I love your 8 eyelids.
8. Let's do it.
In Canada, it says that if we have sex, that I will get a rash. Yeah, we'll do that.
Canada.
Literally something happens.
Still doing it. Still having that happen.
Oh, if we have sex, you might die because of all the immuno things that you have problems with in the world. Let's do this.
I'm willing to take that risk.
But also, you guys, more
For you.
proof. And as the whitest person here, I will say it, more proof that white people are just the fucking worst.
I agree.
Just the fucking worst.
We agree. That's why I'm wearing a Hurt Business shirt, guys.
We left Africa
Yeah,
and
sorry,
up the
baby, Hurt
darkness.
I
And
still
then
love- man,
the
they do make Hurt
darkness
Business
did us
better.
wrong.
We
Guys, thanks for stopping by.
Thanks.
This has been our best episode ever.
Not
This is
even.
unwatchable.
Unwatchable.